Good morning again, everybody.
Morning.
Still Wednesday. Morning. Wednesday tea and toast. So got Taylor with me, got Luke with me. Morning, guys. You all right?
Morning.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
All good, you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Not too bad. I'm loving the Christmas tree up in the background there, Luke. Are you feeling the spirit now, are you?
This is my daughter's tree.
Is it?
Yeah, I put it up and I said to her, you can decorate it. So I'm not showing the whole tree for a reason. It's a mess.
Oh no, looks
You're them ones. Here, have a look. Here. You're them ones where you got the branches. It's a fake one, but it comes out. And I said to her, you can. I can hear myself again. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, and she pulled the branches out. She's not separated them all. So it's like there's a big chunk of branches on one side, and it's all nice and pretty on the other side. But yeah.
Oh, it looks lush.
Tree. Thank you. I'll let her know.
So yeah, we haven't got our actual Christmas tree up yet because we're doing that. My husband's such a stickler for no decoration, nothing up before the 1st of December, and so we have a real Christmas tree. So where I live, there's a few like Christmas tree farm places. So I booked us in, and because of COVID this year, you got to book in. You can't just turn up. So I booked us in for this Saturday. We're going to get our tree.
Oh, nice.
In hindsight, I would have booked it the weekend before because I feel like we're the only ones without our tree up. But what I did do at the weekends, like all our Christmas decorations in the loft. So I got my husband to go and get them all down. And the kids both have pretty much the same as your daughters, Luke. They've got one of those mini sort of like artificial trees in their bedroom. They're allowed to decorate that. Well, I can say that my kids probably look about as well. It does look good, but yeah, they literally throw everything on, don't they? And again, they haven't pulled all the branches down properly, so there's just oh my god!
There's 30 of these on the tree. You know the candy canes?
Yeah.
And it was up 2 days ago, and I reckon there's about 10 left. She's not ate them all; she's hid them.
She's hid them.
She's hid them somewhere. But,
oh my god!
Oh bless her.
But it's not.
Your real tree, is it a big one?
I don't know. It's probably, maybe about 6 or 7 foot.
Oh, good size then.
Yeah,
depending on what good size.
We've got to go into.
It's bent on the ceiling. It was too big. We bought it back. The same thing as you with the farm thing. We went to the farm thing, and we got it, and we measured it wrong. We got back, and it was just literally like hanging on the ceiling.
I think there have been some years where we've had to like saw a bit off the top because we've not really judged it right, and we have to go in 2 cars because we can't fit all of us and the Christmas tree. Otherwise, I'd have to leave the kids at the Christmas tree farm and just take my tree home instead. But
that's not a bad swap.
That is not a bad shout.
I could just come home, get my tree decorated myself so they don't ruin it, and then I'll shoot back and get them. What do you reckon? Will I be allowed?
Yeah. I'm going to do the same.
So are you getting your tree the weekend, Taylor?
I think, we've got I don't even know that's the right words. We don't get a real one because I've got so many allergies, so it kills me otherwise.
Bless you.
So, so we get a pretend one, and we do it together, but it doesn't go smoothly. I think the last year I ended up walking out because the lights were like tangled. It come on a reel, but then you take it off, and they were all tangled. So I was like, it was so annoying. And now we've got the dog as well. So I just think it's going to be a bit of a disaster, but we'll see.
It's funny, isn't it? 'Cause I don't know about you guys, but in my head, like in our family, like we Christmas tree day is like we get the tree, we have all Christmas music on, we have like a little Christmas party food buffet, and in my head, it's going to be the most magical day. We're all going to put our Christmas jumpers on, and really enjoy the day. And actually, the reality of it is.
Like in one of the Christmas films, there's all slow motion and they're laughing. No, never like that.
Some really lovely photos in front of the tree. The reality of it is the kids like to get everything out, throw a few bits on, then they're bored of it, or they just put so many things in the wrong places. I'm taking it off and then putting it there and get away from the tree,
Well, this Christmas is the first. Like we're in last year, but obviously we were moving in, so this is the first year. Also, but we don't.
You break
Can
up
you hear
a
me?
bit there.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear
So
me?
it's your first. Yeah. Is it your first year in your house this year then?
Yeah, like we were in last year just before, but it was a bit all over the place. So this year's our first, proper Christmas in our new home. So, but we went shopping for decorations on Sunday, and that was a disaster. So I'm dreading it already.
Oh God. I don't know about you guys. I love getting the tree up, and it's all really lovely. And then literally, as it gets to Christmas, I'm so fed up with the damn tree. I'm like, we always take ours down in between Christmas and New Year because, especially having a real one, it all starts to die a bit. There's the needles everywhere. The dog's knocking bits off, and I'm like, I just want my house back to normal. Let's get rid of all this Christmas stuff.
Especially with a real tree, you're constantly hoovering with a real tree, ain't you?
Constantly as well. Because we've got a dog now as well, as he sort of walks past the tree, he'll just sort of, his tail will brush it. And I've had decorations drop off and smash. There's needles everywhere. Oh, it's just a real pain.
Can you get the trees which the needles don't fall off though? You can get it's like a different.
They say that.
Yeah.
We've had them before, and it might not as bad as the other ones, but they still fall off. And I have to admit, I'm terrible for watering it. So literally it'll get to Christmas Eve and I'm like, oh my God, the tree looks like it's dying. I'm like, have you watered it? No.
No.
Yeah. So
fake trees are the way forward.
I think they are. Laurel's just said she has a fake tree. Oh, I don't blame you, Laurel. It's a lot easier. You don't have to book a slot at a farm. You can just get it out and put it up whenever it suits you.
Whenever, yeah.
I was just saying before we started, I'd have mine up all year round if I could.
Would you?
Yeah, I love it. I love them, yeah.
Does it not? Do you not like sort of just want a bit of normality back in your house?
I'd like this to be my normality. That's what I like. I like it. It's relaxing. I'd have all the lights off, the fairy lights on, sit down, watch some telly. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah, I'm not one of them. I'm not Grinch. I love Christmas, but I'm about a 2-week period, and then I'm done.
Yeah, well, this year I feel a bit of a Grinch, to be honest. I don't know whether it's because of everything going on. I just feel like it's not. Have you had the news yet about the pubs as well?
No, we've just come out of lockdown. We're in our tiers now.
Because our pubs close, pubs and restaurants and everything at 6, and they're not allowed to sell alcohol.
At all?
At all.
How long is this for?
They're reviewing it on the 17th of December.
Oh my goodness.
So it's kind of gone a bit AWOL here.
We've sort of did a bit, haven't we? So
yeah, because
come out of lockdown and we're in our tier systems, and you guys weren't on lockdown. You had your fire breaker, but now you're back in some sort of
basically, yeah. So Brains, which is the Welsh obviously pubs here, and it's our local pub basically up the road. That's actually shutting.
Oh no.
And obviously we had family things planned, so it's kind of just put a bit of a downer on everything, and I think everyone's feeling the same. But it's not even about the alcohol. It's not even about. I think it's just about being able to actually get out of your house and just go and sit and have a meal and have a drink if you want to. But and
I think as well,
it's just awful. It's just
I think that's the thing. A lot of Christmas is about getting out and seeing people and enjoying spending time with people, and whether that's a meal or going to the pub or whatever. So when that's sort of taken away from you, and I guess for you guys, at least we've gone into our tiers, so we sort of, although we might not like it or agree with it, we know sort of what we're doing, and it's been reviewed on a fortnightly basis. But I guess for you guys, so close to Christmas, you've already done your fire breaker, and now that you're having this thrown upon you,
and it seems a bit of a shame.
Yeah, it is a bit of a. But on the other hand, let's think today, the vaccine news. How are we all feeling about that?
I haven't actually seen seen news. So
I've not
what
seen the news
was
yet.
that?
But basically, they've announced today that the vaccine, is it the Pfizer vaccine, has been given the go ahead. It's now safe. It's going to be starting to be rolled out next week.
Really? That's quick.
I know. So it's all been
It's all been in the world, ain't we, to have one that's actually been
agreed,
authorised, if you like. To have one out.
Honestly, it really gave me a bit of a lift this morning. So I think they said they've got 3 million vaccines, and the care homes, they're going to get them first, which, rightly so. They need at least them. It will allow them a bit of a better quality of life. But it's just such good news. It's sort of,
good news.
For me, it just sort of felt like there's a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel.
What did you hear? 3 million, you say, Jasmin?
Yeah.
Because I heard that they've got 40 million, which would enable them to do 20 million, because it's 2 doses for one person, apparently.
I'll say I heard that. I didn't hear that. One of the school mums told me this morning it was 3 million. So I'm going on school mums. That's
the truth. That's the truth.
You probably know more than me, Luke. Laurel's just said it's the MHRA has approved the Pfizer, have approved it. So at least there's a bit of hope. I mean, I know I mean, it's not even for me. Like, it's not that I want the vaccine or my kids to have it immediately. But for my parents who are really vulnerable, it gives me a bit of hope that after the care homes and that have been done, because they're so vulnerable, I'm hoping that they'll be sort of next on the list, and it will just mean that we can go around and give them a hug and give them a kiss and just have that little bit of normality with your parents and the children.
Have a bit of normality and a bit of human contact. We're all like hermits at the moment, aren't we?
I know, definitely. It's challenging times. Everyone I've spoke to has found, this lockdown, this one we've just come out of, a lot harder. I definitely think it's a lot to do with the change in seasons, isn't it? It's so blooming cold now. And when we was in this lockdown before in the summer, it was as though like Boris shut the country down and the sun come out to play. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Time, if you were lucky enough to have a garden, we were out in the gardens, we were on our daily walks. But trying to do this in the, for example, where we are in tier 2, I can't mix with another household indoors, but I'm allowed to mix with up to 6 people can meet outside. So in the summer, if I wanted to see my friend, we could all sit in someone's garden, 6 of us from different households, which was lovely. We still got to catch up, we socially distance. There's no way I can do that now. You can't sit in a garden or go and meet in a park. It's absolutely freezing.
It is freezing.
And I think, like we've spoken about before, the weather has such an impact on people's moods, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
It's you're saying as well, like, you got the vaccine and it's on the horizon and it's looking good, but to still not kind of get complacent about it and to kind of still follow the guidelines and all that. Because it is good news. It is good news. Because I mean, at one point they were saying like a vaccine could be years in the making, and some people were saying it could be months. So I mean, it's pretty quick. I'd have got one around in it.
It is. I heard this morning on the news because I was a bit dubious. I was like, well, how are they getting this vaccine out so quickly? Whereas in, different ones, it's taken so long. But apparently,
that's what scares me. Yeah.
Apparently, what they said on the news this morning is it still has the same safety testings. The reason why they've been able to get it through a lot quicker is it's the bureaucratic side of it. So, for example, they haven't had to bid for money and the I can't remember what they said now, but it's all the more money side of things.
Yeah.
So it's gone through all the safety checks and stuff like that it normally would for a vaccine.
Apparently so.
Because the situation, they've not had to mess around, if you like, with some of the legal ways and getting the money for it. And
that's exactly it. The legal way.
It seems like it's been one big race, though, as well, for like who can bring out the first one kind of thing. And they made that public, didn't they? They said at the beginning, they said, no, we want to be the first people to bring out a vaccine. And so, it's like a bit of a race, but hopefully everything has been done. It is safe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, I guess if you're in the vulnerable category and there's this option there for you, I mean, if that was me, I think I'd go for it, because I just think, I mean, my mum, she's really so scared of catching it. I know that she'd definitely take it. I know there's going to be people who are wary, and, you know, of course, we never know everything about these vaccines, do we?
No.
But I guess it's what sort of category you fall into and your sort of risk factor, which will make you sort of weigh up whether it's worth it or not, I guess.
Exactly. There's a lot of people that are just a bit unsure. That's all. Yeah. And once the first few people have had it, and they start to know what the side effects are, and then more people will be willing to take it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But there was a survey, though, weren't there? It was on I can't remember where it was. It was on telly somewhere, and they were saying there was a survey done. And out of this, I think there was like 50,000 people that were surveyed or something, and they said that 70% of them said that they would take it within the first month that it came out.
Really?
Yeah, which I was surprised about, actually.
That is quite a high percentage, actually.
Yeah, that's quite high.
I do think as well, though, a lot of people are sort of at the mindset now where they just want to get a bit of normality back to their lives, and if that means having this vaccine is going to bring a bit of that and allow those connections with family and friends again, I think people are thinking, well, let's give this a shot, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, hopefully it allows us to have a better start to the year, isn't it? Next year.
2021.
Yeah. Just a year.
Well, we said that last year, and then look what happens.
I know. See, that's the thing. You know, I guess what Luke said a minute ago is really, really important to remember. We mustn't become complacent, because, it's brilliant news that the vaccine is around the corner, so to speak. But we still need to make sure that we're, you know, following the rules basically over this Christmas and still social distancing. I mean, I'm interested to hear your two's views on this, both being parents. I watched a thing the other day and it made me really think. So, for example, let's go back to Christmas and about COVID and everything. Now, if on the last week, I mean, my kids break up on the 18th of December. I don't know about yours. And obviously then it's Christmas the following week. So if one of my kids' classes, if someone in their class goes down with COVID or their teacher, they then have to isolate for 14 days, which then means that they will miss Christmas. I thought about that and I thought, gosh, I didn't think of that. That's actually really scary. The thought
that is scary.
You know, not that I'd leave one of my kids at home and not. Well, it would mean that my family unit, the four of us here, would all miss Christmas. And it's sort of, I mean, I don't know if you've heard, but there's been some teachers and some people sort of trying to set up a petition saying on the last week of the school term, so that week ends in the 18th, move the children to online learning at home so that it reduces the risk of any teachers or any children having to isolate and then sort of forfeiting
Christmas.
Especially because if you think about it, most of these kids, they're saying now there's more children with COVID, with, you know, asymptomatic, don't even know about it. How many children are going to be then going to grandparents over the Christmas period? And to be honest with you, it makes me feel like I want to keep my kids at school for the last week, because the thought of one of them or someone in their class going down with it, that's Christmas done.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, to be honest, now until you said.
It's a bit scary.
School that my daughter goes to, there was a newsletter that went out, said that they might, well, at the time the letter came out, it was more or less like they decided it was going to happen, but now it's not, where they were going to break up a week earlier for the Christmas holidays because of that. And that was one of the reasons, was something to do with some teacher training around COVID, and also to cut the risk of people getting it just on right on top of Christmas, but they're not doing that now.
See, I personally think they should do it. I think so. You know, everyone's been through enough this year, and I do understand that children need to be back at school. I just think it's being proactive, and that they all know how to do online learning now. It's 5 days. How much work do those kids do at school in that final week? Because I don't know about but they have Christmas movies, they have Christmas parties, they have Christmas this. They're not going to miss an awful lot of learning.
They will miss.
But what they will do is give everyone that sort of comfort and knowing that last week, stay in your bubble, stay safe, and Then we can go for Christmas. Honestly, I can't believe that we're not doing that, and we're just all taking this risk. It honestly makes me feel like just keeping my kids off for the last week.
So I think
there's nothing stopping. There's nothing stopping, no. It's there for you to do, isn't it? If you take it out for last week.
Yeah.
If you think that's the safest thing to do.
Yeah. Because the other thing is that another thing I saw on the news this week, they're saying if you're planning to go and see vulnerable people over Christmas, i.e. my parents are both vulnerable, they're both in that category, then you should isolate for 10 days before. Well, my kids want to go and see their grandparents. We can't isolate for 10 days before if they're at school, and it's...
Yeah, it's so tricky, but you have to, like Luke said, you have to do what you feel is best.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't know. It's just, you know, you never forgive yourself, would you? I would never forgive myself if one of my kids inadvertently passed COVID to my parents. You know, it's one of them things. You know, I don't want any of us to have to miss Christmas. I think if anything, this year's the year we all need that 5 days of a bit of
happy times.
Yeah, definitely.
People in different situations, don't they? You need to do what you need to do for Christmas and what you think's, you know. If you don't need to go somewhere, then don't go there. You know? It's not going to be the same kind of Christmas it is all year, and I think people just kind of need to accept it, as hard as it is, because it's not. You know, it's something. A lot of stuff's going to change this year. Hopefully, it's the only year. You have to do it.
Yeah, I guess, you know, you look at the bigger picture and you think to yourself, it's one Christmas, hopefully. If it's one Christmas, that means things are slightly different. Maybe you don't see as many people or everyone that you normally do, but they're still here next year for you to be able to see.
Yeah, definitely. Got to look at it like as a in a positive way rather than but it is hard, but you know, like Luke said, you've just got to look at it as hopefully as just this year, and we can kind of move on after that.
And you know,
I just hope it doesn't come to the point where I have to cook a Christmas dinner, because I'll be ordering ringer roast otherwise.
Absolutely. Because I was panicking about this thing about what if one of the kids' classes go down, and I was talking to my husband about it, and I was like, because we're supposed to be going to my mum's on Christmas Day, so obviously we haven't like, she's got the turkey, she's got everything, and I said to my husband, I was like, oh my God, what if they go down and we haven't even got a turkey? What are we going to do? And he's just like, we'll go out and get a turkey. I'm like, we won't be allowed to. We'll have to isolate. You know, all these things start going through your mind. I'm like, someone will have to deliver me a turkey. And
I know, I just thought I'll have to get someone to deliver it and leave it on the doorstep.
Oh, I know. Strange old times, isn't it? It really is. But yeah, it's good news. It's just nice to sort of wake up today and know that there's a bit of positive on the horizon. That's for me.
Yeah, definitely.
It's given me a little bit of a lift, and hopefully a lot of those people who are really waiting for that vaccine, it'll make them feel a little bit happier as well. And I guess 2021 it's going to be the year, guys. I've got a feeling.
2020 was meant to be the year.
Well, bite off 2020. We already know that this isn't the year. We're moving on to 21 now, Taylor. Come on. We're leaving 2020 in the past. We're done. What have we got? About 3 and a bit weeks left of this year. Let's just fast forward and get to New Year's Eve.
100%. Well, people will have to have parties in their garden with 6 people.
Yeah.
Be a lot of Zoom parties.
Yeah.
Sorry,
There'd be a lot of parties on Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom parties, definitely. Oh, all right then, guys. Wow, that was a little chat about Christmas.
I listened to you do your book thing just before.
Oh,
I was gonna say quickly. I caught a little bit of it, but a lot of it I missed. It sounded interesting. Cheese thing that you were.
The mice who stole the cheese.
Yeah,
we read that this morning, didn't we, Taylor?
Yep. It was good. It was quite relevant to today's society. I think the whole change thing, not liking change. I think a lot of people feel like that. Just getting used to the new normal. So
It's not the sort of book I would normally pick up and read, so it's all a bit alien to me. But as I was this morning, I was a bit like, oh my God, I'm not going to enjoy this. But it was actually really quite interesting.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But I had the beginning part where you were saying about how like different things represent different things. It sounded interesting.
Yeah. No, it was interesting, and it's it's from what I got. We only got through a little bit of it this morning, but from what I took from that this morning was, there's different ways to look at change, and like I said to Taylor earlier, I'm sometimes can be like, I hate change, I can't embrace it, and it's just about your mindset and how you deal with changes and how that can then impact your life, and it can take you on different avenues, and it's relevant to work, to your love life, to everything. It's everything that goes on in your life. So I'm looking forward to getting through the next couple of chapters tomorrow, and seeing what goes from there,
seeing what happens next.
I'll have to fill you in next week, Taylor, because we won't see you again till next week, so I'll let you know what happened with the mice next week.
You'll have to let me know.
All right then, guys, well, thank you for joining me. It's been lovely chatting with you all.
It's been good.
Have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you all soon.
You guys too.
See you all later.
See you later,
Thank
guys.
you. Bye.